with LINSHIDONG and Liam Pitchford, and here they are. LINSHIDONG has entered the arena, the #1 seed, the world #1, the star of the Shidong show. He's explosive on both sides. And big things, good things come in small packages. Regardless, he's not the biggest man. His opponent much taller, lanky, incredible with the backhand, as fast as can be, and was one of the greatest threats to China from 2018 for a handful of years before the pandemic. Maybe a half of a hand, but regardless, well-respected, dangerous, and in my opinion, mentally in wonderful form. We've got a good match on our hands. I'm Adam Bobrow, and joining me in the commentary booth, Gavin McGuire. Welcome back, Gavin.
Thanks for having me in, Adam. Looking forward to this one, as I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, we've got a best-of-7 here, with LINSHIDONG being tested against a player who beat Ma Long in 2018, beat Xu Xin just before the pandemic. Liam Pitchford has played LINSHIDONG once before, and in their head-to-head, LINSHIDONG is 1-0, the world #1 versus the world number 54. Man, Liam's style inside the table, so tricky to deal with. He's been as high as world number 12. Here's Ingrid Bogren, our umpire for the match, who's been at the highest level. She's always reliable, one of the best in the game. Time for the ta-ta coin toss to determine where the players stand and who serves.
Red or black? Red, you are black. Black. Serve. This side.
So there you have it. Pitch wins the coin toss, chooses to serve. Liam Pitchford's a very innovative player. John Murphy, who you know quite a lot about, has been a legend of the game as a player, as a coach. He's been all over the world. Tell me a little bit about this pairing, John Murphy and Liam Pitchford.
Yeah, they work very well together, John and Pitch. They've been together now for a couple of years, and we've seen a resurgence of Liam Pitchford. Obviously, you mentioned, Adam, that he was a real danger to the Chinese national team around 2018, and then he had a bit of dip in form, and John's come into his corner, and I think he's revitalized Pitch a little bit. And right now, I know from speaking to John just before the match, he said Pitch is in frightening form. He just needs to be able to put it together in a match, and he believes 100% that he can do it right here today.
It's funny, I was just about to say Liam Pitchford actually lost a kilo or so just before this match. Wang Hao, a man who's done something similar, as he retired, softened up a little bit, but then got back in shape because realized he was going to be on TV quite a lot. The 20-year-old on screen, 8 titles to his name. It was like anything he entered he would take, with the exception of where Félix Lebrun took him down in Montpellier. So, LINSHIDONG, and especially, I think one thing to talk about is players at all levels, the top of the game and even way down the food chain, have serves that definitely call some question to the legality of the toss. And we've got table tennis review, which is pretty interesting to see. Much like the fan vote, there's also a fan vote waiting outside if you're crossing seas. But the fan vote, 80% behind LINSHIDONG. Cast your vote at worldtabletennis.com or on the WTT app. 20% behind Pitch, not too shabby considering it's world number 54 versus the top seed.
Yeah, and I think Pitch is the type of player that he likes to also prove people wrong, so I think he'd be happy to see those odds. He'd happy to know that most people are voting for LINSHIDONG.
It's one of my favorite things about Pitch, the way he doesn't seem to care too much about what other people think. That he's comfortable in his own skin, he stands up for what he believes in, he speaks the truth, and at the table, wears the heart on the sleeve. Again, a backhand to watch out for inside the table. He's good behind the table with the wingspan and everything else. This should be an exciting one to see. Only their second time playing, and it's here at the biggest event of the year.
First game. Pitchford to serve. Level. One.
Good patient play here in the pushing rally, waiting with the backhand at the baseline.
One, all.
Just trying to take that backhand on early. Pitch. Obviously, we know that LINSHIDONG has devastating power when he gets going, so it'll be important for Liam today. Get in early, try to take the ball quickly. Can he play with speed versus LINSHIDONG's power?
Yeah, it's interesting here. He was the one to play the long push first, middle of the table. LINSHIDONG quick to transition. A long push can be very effective if it's surprising, catches the opponent off guard.
1,
The ball had
3.
a wicked amount of spin on it. A chop block lob. If it comes over Linshidong's fast feet, he's right there with a whole lot of table to hit down into.
Yeah, that's a great
2,
flick placement,
3.
really deep into the Linshidong backhand as well. Little float serve, not so much spin. Probably to try and stop Linshidong from playing that backhand flick that's so devastating as well.
3.
Yeah, and
all.
good variation here as well. Just anything to keep it uncomfortable, a little bit less familiar for Linshidong. The wrist, nice spin shot, leaves him standing there reevaluating the bounce. 3 points apiece at the first towel break here. They come up every 6 points. Optional, but a chance for the players to dry off. Oh, if that comes down, that was nightmare within a nightmare. That first backhand, you and I both flinched when Linshidong went for this wide backhand mid-rally.
How are these players doing that? That just does not look physically possible. It doesn't look like those balls should go on the table.
You want to see this last one make it just because it was such a crazy attempt.
5, 3.
We can talk about sweet spots on the backhand side. If you have that big of a sweet spot where it just is anywhere on the left half of your right-handed body, you can attack it confidently.
6, 3.
A little bit of a, maybe not the cleanest of connections on that one. I don't think he hit the sweet spot on that backhand. Might see it just coming off the side of his racket as well. But I'm sure Liam Pitchford won't mind. He won the point. If we were to make a
6,
backhand
3.
ranking list, Adam, I think both of these men would be right up there. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's also
4,
funny you bring it
6.
up. As a guy who loves being in the comment sections and reading them on the internet and whatnot, you tend to talk about what you see. And if a player, Liam Pitchford's had his ups and his downs still aren't too shabby. He's been the leader of the English men for quite some time now. I only bring that up to say,
6.
to be playing against the world #1 in the biggest show of the year, this is a major spotlight. And it's a good reminder that, yes, Liam Pitchford, when he was against Fan Zhendong in 2018, caught the attention of the entire stadium.
6,
He might
all.
be off by 1 year or so. Regardless, 2018 he beat Ma Long, and that definitely put out the search to study his game. Team China knows Liam Pitchford. They know him well. He's been studied. While that's flattering, it doesn't make his job any easier. Yet, at the second towel break, dead even once again.
You can see there's a clear tactic there from Liam to try and take that backhand as early as possible. He's trying to apply as much pressure as he can. Just slight overextension on that one.
7, all.
He's used his parallels quite well here. It seems like he's just trying to keep Linshidong a step behind, guessing. Nice empty serve there. Quick stroke on the backhand.
Seven, 8.
Looking for that baseline of the table here. The best in the game have to take their chances on serve when you've got such a strong receiver on the other side. Tight score line too, getting into the business end of game #1. Yes, it's a best of 7. Quite frankly, it's on Liam Pitchford here to take the first.
8.
He's certainly putting himself in a place where he has the ability to take this first game, Adam, and you do have to feel for Liam. It's an important one that he takes the first. It's not the be-all and end-all, but it's certainly important for him.
Quality
8,
rally in the counter
9.
exchange, but forced into the backhand behind the table. It's Liam Pitchford with the pressure put on by the world #1. Crazy to think that this is Linshidong's first ever World Championships in singles here.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's such a champion already, and we're talking about that it's his first World Championships. It doesn't seem possible.
8.
You saw the momentum before this point. He had 6 of the last 8 points, and now he's got 2 game points of his own. Yeah, for a world #1, how much has changed in 2 years? 2 years ago, you weren't even here, and now you're the top seed in the event. The system is very, very volatile. Rankings move quickly. 1 game point
10,
saved with the backhand
9.
pitch, still in this, just down by 1.
And just on that, Adam, it also shows you the depth of world table tennis, how many good players there are out there that LINSHIDONG can come from nowhere and become world #1 over a couple of years.
A good push, a narrow escape, 11-9. The top seed takes game #1 in this best of 7, 11-9. Liam Pitchford in the fight, but we'll see it gets tougher from here. The opponent with confidence, and Liam Pitchford, a man who's strong in the brain. Let's see.
Yeah, I think down. Doesn't have to be a winner. He's given. This one where he plays up to your backhand and then you can go.
Second game, LINSHIDONG to serve, level.
So Gavin, what did you get of the time between games?
Obviously, I know John quite well, so I was able to pick up the accent there, even though it wasn't the easiest. You could see there, even from the shaping of his body, he was telling Pitch, when you get that chance in your forehand, you don't have to play a winner. You can play that guide flick that we saw earlier in the game, and then LINSHIDONG plays up to the backhand. That's your chance. That's when you go.
2.
That was the one message I heard from John there, so let's see how it plays out now.
Wang Hao here, a man who spent 27 months at world #1. In terms of backhands, one of the best backhands I've ever seen. The best reverse pen hold backhand I know of.
Felix Lebrun wouldn't be happy to hear you say that, Adam.
I think he'd agree.
He probably would, but I'm sure he's coming for that title.
4.
And good on him. We all need some motivation, right? Well, Felix well on his way, of course, but yeah, the best reverse pen hold backhand throughout the years. He was really the first to use it so effectively, Wang Hao. Quite an exchange here on the wingspan of Pitch, no problem, but the fast feet have to aid that, and they do. It's a physically demanding rally. So much spin on it, the ball jumping up. LINSHIDONG saying, I have to stay forward, close on it.
2.
There's a good example of that quick backhand from Pitch. If he can find more of those, he's gonna get joy. First one with spin, second one with speed, and good placement towards the middle of LINSHIDONG.
Two, 5.
That's that forehand fade flick or guide flick that John was speaking about in the break. Not coming off that time, but getting the opportunity.
5, 3.
Really good.
It's just interesting how the level that Pitch has to play to win 3 points there, and he still finds himself 5-3 down.
I guess from down 0-4, a bit of momentum, the type of exchange rate that, well, if he continues that, he could take this game. Ways to go still.
6, 3.
fine margins here. That banana clipping the top of the net and just missing the edge. Good counter on the fallback.
6.
Makes his move, still gets the racket up high, and while LINSHIDONG is recovering, the ball's already baseline.
Let. Not vertical. 4, 6.
I like it.
A little shrug of the shoulders there from Pitch. He heard the call, not vertical in the toss, but I don't think he thought so.
It's funny, you
5,
get used to
6.
playing within these rules for years and years where people are constantly doing this. I think the majority of players right now don't want to be calling if they don't have to, because suddenly it might come back to haunt them. Good placement
6,
right into the
all.
middle, getting LINSHIDONG to turn to play the forehand from right at about his neck.
So deep as well there, that last backhand from Pitch. You can see it just right on that gold line. Normally a white line, but it's a gold line here.
And sparkly. A little bit of glimmer and shimmer.
It's only right for the World Championships.
Yeah.
Seven, 6.
He says he's blocking with his head. He says remain calm. Interesting. Now, that's an opportunity where he could call for TTR.
Yeah, I'm not so sure why he wouldn't in this case.
Same.
6, 8.
But it is also worth mentioning that it's a new system, Adam, so there is potential that Pitch is so focused on what he's trying to do. You can forget that.
I forgot about it until he expressed the frustration. He makes it so
6,
difficult.
9.
An inside-out forehand, a hooking forehand to the opposite direction, and LINSHIDONG gets them both back. There's the inside-out. This is the bend, the hook, and heavy side top. Look at the curve on that ball, straight into the side barrier off the bounce.
Nine,
One more
7.
time, we've seen that opportunity for the fade. This time he went a little bit harder, a little bit more pressure. And a direct winner that time.
Play, please.
We can see the areas where Pitch can win points against LINSHIDONG. It's just a matter of stringing them together several times in a row. Not so easy.
Let. 9, 7.
Good deception on the first. Liam Pitchford adjusts to get it back into play, but then the heat comes on strong.
Poses himself on the table so well, LINSHIDONG.
3 game points to the top seed.
8, 10.
1 point at a time. He saves a game point. 2 more to go here at the 3rd towel break of this game. How close that racket is. Just think back to the school days when it was raining and Liam Pitchford's friends had table tennis club indoors and he decided to go give it a try. Could have been playing tennis or something else right now, but here he is, world class. Heavy
9,
topspin
10.
near the table to go forehand on that. As a taller guy, he takes a real risk stepping around that shot.
Yeah, quick reaction too, and he did very well to remain on balance there, Pitch.
2 game points saved, 1 more to go for the top seed on receive. And he's in
10,
it.
all.
We've got ourselves our first deuce in game number 2 here. First deuce of this match.
And we see it again there. The receive popping up just slightly, and there's that flick from Pitch, but this time going to the middle and following it up with a quick backhand. The tactics are clear.
Love the face from LINSHIDONG, the grimacing face. As if to say, yeesh, did not want to be here 3 points ago. Alternating serves now. And he gets
10,
the first, the
11.
4th game point here. For LINSHIDONG, will be pitch's serve. Encouragement from Murph in the corner. Oh, made his move in on top of the table. Some serious frustration here after he made the tough shot. I'll be curious to see that, but
Liam.
racket to the mouth there.
I feel like he did everything right there as well, stepping into the table, and it was right there from just so much spin on that ball from LINSHIDONG.
Well, the frustration, no doubt about it. Watch one more time here. You can understand when you make that tough shot. I can't imagine that Rebecca Adams does not have an incredible view down from courtside. What does it look like down there, Bex?
Yeah, it's really quite amazing down here. Great atmosphere. There are quite a few Chinese fans sitting behind me as well, cheering on LINSHIDONG with real vigor with every point he wins. But clearly they're knowledgeable, generous fans, and they're showing Liam Pitchford great respect as well, acknowledging the moments of real brilliance from him too. So they're showing great respect for both these amazing players. What an amazing finish as well to that second game.
They've both been tight, and we'll see if it continues this way. A little conversation to come back with a plan.
It's only dangerous when it goes out half long. But you have the chance to open it.
Calm down a little bit.
Little warning there from our umpire, Ingrid Bogren, to calm down a little bit. It's interesting, I was thinking back to when Liam Pitchford
Third game,
had Carey in his
Pitchford to
corner.
serve, level.
And she would say similar things, or the opposite. Energy up, calm down, whatever was needed. I only bring that up because Ingrid brings it up in terms of behavior. Yellow cards are often related to behavior, not coming back on time, delaying the game, but yeah, Liam Pitchford expresses himself. What do you think would be best for him right now? Where do you think he would play his best game to cross the finish line against the world #1?
He's right there at the moment. You can see in his game, we've had two very, very close games. I think an angry pitch is a difficult pitch to come up against. When he's playing at this level and he's angry, he's easily inside the top 20 in the world in terms of level.
So you're saying, umpire says calm down. If you're his coach, you say, do not calm down. Hulk out. Get angry.
Hulk out. I love it. Exactly that.
Love 4.
Now remember, each player has a timeout should they choose to use it during this match. It's a best of 7. LINSHIDONG a bit more than halfway to where he needs to be. It's going to be real tough from being in the backcourt. LINSHIDONG has been so quick inside the table. He recovers so quickly from these big, powerful strokes. Good pressure into the middle here to get on the scoreboard at the first towel break.
Needs to get a couple more on the board now, Pitch, if he wants to have a chance in this third game. LINSHIDONG has just stepped it up a gear. Looking a little bit more comfortable now with that 2-game lead. Super speed in that pitch backhand. Stepping across to the middle of the table, open his body, and it flies.
Serve success here, LINSHIDONG quite strong now, 14.5% better with a 62.5 serve success rate, and he's got the serves here to continue to his advantage. You can just feel how much spin is on the ball, the way he brushes it so thinly at the contact. LINSHIDONG so versatile in his attack game. What would you be telling Pitch right now if you were in his corner?
I think it's a really difficult one, Adam, to be honest, against obviously the world #1, but I think he's finding the right chances. Here we go.
Heavy side spin, the lobs. Oh, man.
8,
It looked like it would have
2.
curved back on, like he did the right thing, because Lin Shidong put a lot of side spin, or so it appeared on that final smash. Try to keep it baseline with top spin is the idea. Just not enough side spin on it to carry the ball back. You could see him come inside that ball.
9,
Just to go back to your
2.
point, Adam, I think, or your question, sorry. I think Pitch just has to take the risk level down very slightly. It's very important to take risks against Lin Shidong, but
2, 10.
8 game points now. The second towel break. Not so common we see a second towel break with game points. Good placement here, right on the shimmering line.
11, 2.
So after
Game,
two very
Lin
tight
Shidong.
games, the most one-sided game came in game number 3, but you start clean in the next game, 0-0. It's all behind both of these players now, and it's not done yet.
Yeah, you had the balls that you kind of wanted, but it's also difficult to execute them. I mean, I think if you give out, I think you can play to the back. Like if it's really high goal, and you're going to play quick. You can also play when you have a little bit more. You can go to the back and no problem. I think in the first open,
He's caught like 3 on off his top edge, first few points, and then.
I think in the first open, it's just to spray it a little bit. Probably if you go to the back and wide back, but not mainly open up there, open up to the middle. There you get a chance. I think the next one go again in the middle. You know, you don't need to go back out. Okay, you can go out to 4, and I think on the next one all go again on the middle. You know, I think pushing there. I also think off his probably got to flick it. Not trying to just close. You can close it down in the right moment. You want to take chance with the flip. I think in the right moment, then sometimes the longer stuff when you get into this ball.
Time, please.
Also change that all the time. Come on.
Fourth game, Lin Shidong to serve, level.
So a 3-0 lead for the top seed, Lin Shidong. A lot of conversation there, a lot of ideas from Murph over in Pitch's side. What was your main takeaway from that conversation?
I have to say it was great to be able to hear him, Adam, to get such an insight into what's happening out there on court 1. But 2 messages from Murph there, really. Number 1, against Lin Shidong serve, you have to try to flick more. We heard that. That was a simple one. Second, when you play with your backhand, try to play out to the forehand a little bit more, and don't feel like you have to return to the backhand. You can play again to the forehand, or you can play to the middle. So try to open up the game out to Lin Shidong's forehand a little more. And there's the direct opposite of what I just said. So Pitch has his own idea as well.
Well, he definitely tried some of what was ordered in the first few points of this game, and after 14 of the last 16 points previously, then having 2 more scored against you. Oh, that's a tough ball to play.
1.
Chop block stays right behind the net. These are the ones that if you don't play table tennis, you might think, oh, that's such an easy shot. My goodness, is that uncomfortable. Even for a guy with the wingspan and the reach that Pitch has, Lin Shidong made a very tricky shot.
3, 2.
Much tighter game so far than last, at least leveling his score line from the total game in the early parts, 1 point behind the top seed. Just cleaning off the rubber there to make sure he's got full traction. You'll see players breathe on it to moisten up the racket and then clean away the dirt, the dust.
There you go, that's that Murphy tactic. 2 times directly to the Lin Shidong forehand. And a direct winner on the second one.
I guess the forehand takes a bit more time to recover from, requires more backswing commonly. And when you've got as much power as Lin Shidong has on his backhand, at least one thing about playing to his forehand is it's tougher for him to do twice in a row.
4, 3.
In front now after being beaten 11-2 in the last game. A clean slate and a 1-point lead in the early parts of game 4 for Pitch.
3,
Yeah, and
5.
one more. We see it again. That forehand flick deep into the LINSHIDONG backhand. It's proving to be effective in this match.
For me, it's been one of the most memorable shots in Pitch's game. While it has been effective at times, it's also come back. LINSHIDONG has been quite strong.
Four, 5.
Fans in the crowd watching on as LINSHIDONG manages to get through nets and everything else. I was trying to read. Did you catch what he said?
I have no idea, but he's an emotive guy.
5, all.
Something related to spin, it seemed, but the details, of course, a bit of frustration when it's required. Again, you don't get many opportunities against LINSHIDONG. He doesn't leave himself exposed very often. And getting low there from the middle of the table. So agile and versatile here, and a timeout called on Pitch's side. It's just crazy to me that LINSHIDONG can just drop like that to create space for a forehand and pop back up like it cost him nothing.
He's angling here. I think you did well now when you got into the phone and got one back. That's the one you're taking now. Just be ready low instead. There's one more. Also, when you're seeing this one, I think you're just holding the initial phone. I think if he does this one, I think you've got to take chance and go strong. Just take chance and go strong. Just all about yourself. There's somebody in the change because it's just all the day down. Oh, straight we go. Straight. Oh, let's go. Go.
Time.
Last message from Murphy there was just to manage yourself, Pitch, control what you can, and also go for it, take risks.
A little bit of stoicism here.
5, 6.
For me, it's just critical thinking. Why waste energy on something you can't control? Little break off the net on the second to last shot from Pitch, but he capitalizes with the backhand, and a very familiar score from games 1 and 2.
Seven, 6.
How'd you feel about that one?
Yeah, quite strong from LINSHIDONG, just a little bit slower on the backhand. Actually, he really kicked it up into Liam Pitchford. A lot of spin on that ball.
Good bend right into the body, inside out forehands down the middle of the table twice in this rally.
He was happy with that one, Pitch. It's not often you see LINSHIDONG struggling 2 times from the middle there. Great placement from the Englishman.
Seven, 8.
But whatever Liam Pitchford can do, LINSHIDONG can do too. Catches him in the middle this time.
So low off the bounce when he plays that backhand, still to generate that much power. It's like the Bruce Lee 1-inch punch.
9, 7.
Yeah, good variation again from LINSHIDONG, just playing deep into that pitch backhand. Maybe slightly unexpected. And 6 of the last 8 points have gone the way of LINSHIDONG.
Beautiful parallel backhand pitch near the table, able to cause a bit of problem for his opponent.
It's one of the nicest sights in the game, Adam, isn't it? Just watching one of those backhands fly down the line.
Like a frisbee. The way he just uses so much wrist on that backhand. Fans around the world have said, what do you do for your wrist?
Left. 9-8.
Sounded like he said for what? Did it touch the net or was it something else?
I think it was a net call, yeah, that the serve touched the net on the way over.
Ooh.
9-all.
It feels like karma to one side. I mean, the call was the call. It was fair enough. If you don't see it and you feel like, man, it's so tough to get 1 point, don't take it away from me. And then he gets this one right after. So it's going to be a bit of satisfaction and relief for Liam Pitchford. Looking for a hook on this one from the wide forehand, and now it is match point for the top seed. He's got Lam Siu Hong of Team Hong Kong, China waiting in the next round. It's not over yet. Big serve here. They've been close in 3 of 4 games so far. Oh, the shot to end it all. One big backhand that will not come back. Might have been the best shot this match. It felt like it. An absolutely demolishing backhand down the line, and the top seed survives. 1 game dominant that third, but everything else as tight as can be. By the narrowest margin of a mere 2 points, Liam Pitchford put up a good fight. The world number 54 has been eliminated at the hands of the best in the world at this point in time. China's 20-year-old star of the Shidong show, LINSHIDONG.
And that last point to win it there from LINSHIDONG just shows you how good he really is. That did not look like it was possible, but yet he makes it look easy, and the ball flies past Liam Pitchford to seal the victory.
So here it is, the match summary. 32 minutes of play for 4 games, and 150% the points LINSHIDONG of his opponent. It was that game 3 where he really stocked up. Some streaks here and there. For me, Liam Pitchford put up a good fight. This was not someone giving up. There was no exhibition. It was a fight till the finish. Hats off to Liam Pitchford, but LINSHIDONG, I think, will thank Liam Pitchford for a good warm-up. If your first match is too easy, you might not be prepared for the round of 64, but that's where he goes. Let's hear from him.
Congratulations through to the next round in straight games. How do you assess your performance today?
首先，恭喜林诗栋赢下首场比赛，以4-0的比分进入下一局。你怎么样评价今天这场比赛呢？
其实我感觉我很脾气。今天我们双方发挥的都非常好吧，可能看似是4-0赢下来，但是每一局的比分都非常纠缠吧。我感觉今天其实他发挥的也非常好，然后可能自己在困难准备上准备的比较充分吧。我感觉。
You're also competing in.
I think both Liam and I did a pretty good job today. Although the score was 4-0, but I think actually each game was pretty closely contested. He did a great job today, and I think I'm thoroughly prepared against challenges beforehand.
You're also competing in mixed doubles and men's doubles. How will you manage your time in terms of keeping your energy levels up?
那你这次的话，除了男单以外，还参加了男双和混双的比赛，在时间管理上和体力管理上是怎么做的呢？
其实自己之前也有过一些打3项的比赛吧，然后其实也有一些经验，然后可能这一次的强度跟密度其实也是非常大的，毕竟是世界大赛吧，也是高度紧张的一个比赛吧。然后其实自己也会去很好的去分配精力跟体力吧。
Well, actually, I have competed in 3 events before, so I'm in a way experienced in this. And I think this is a very demanding competition in terms of mentality as well as physical strength. And as this is a very significant global tournament, and also it's and people get very nervous, so I hope to effectively allocate my physical strength.
Thank you. Very well done.
谢谢。